Hello, welcome back. I'm Savalian. I make videos about games development and creativity. This month is going to be light on the game development because I'm currently doing National Novel Writing Month, which I'll talk more about in an upcoming video. But this video is actually about a different creative challenge, the Alphabet Superset. I made a whole video about what this challenge is and what I'm doing for the challenge, and I'll just do a super fast recap here. It's a 26-week creative challenge hosted by Struthless, where you do some creative project of your design every week with a theme that is determined by a letter of the alphabet. So 26 weeks, one for each letter. My project for each week is a sticker sheet design where the subject is an animal combined with something else, an adjective, a noun, another thing, foods, something. And preferably both the animal and the something else start with the letter of the week, but if I can't manage it, just one is fine. There's been one week so far that I kind of fudged, but overall I've come up with a lot of cute ideas. In this video I'm going to run through all the designs I've made for the challenge so far, and then I'm going to talk about the experience as a whole and whether or not I would recommend doing something like this. So week 1 was Autumn Antelope, and this one I actually featured in my video about my silhouette sticker cutting machine. And a tactic I used right from the beginning that I think worked well for me is including my current sort of situation in my brainstorming the weekly design. So at the beginning of the challenge we were just heading into the autumn months, so I was thinking about autumn and taking inspiration from things I'm doing is always good because it means it's already relevant to me. I don't have to get into a totally different headspace. I also wanted to start thinking about designs that might sell at this time of year, because the goal for these designs in the end is for them to be included in my sticker shop. Not every design will be included in the sticker shop if I don't think it's good enough, or if maybe I don't think it's general enough to be liked by other people. I have some very, very niche designs coming up that I'm thinking probably would not be worth the effort for putting in the shop, but these ones I loved. They're very cute. I love a cute little deer, but I did learn a few things for the later weeks. Most importantly is that I was working a bit too small and too thin for the size that I want my sticker sheet stickers to be. They don't look bad scaled down, but some of the detail gets lost, and they're a bit bigger than I had originally intended to sort of preserve that detail. So starting with the next week I kept that in mind, and I worked with larger outlines and simpler shapes that would read better at smaller sizes. Week 2 was Bear Blossoms or Blossom Bears. This design is super cute, but as you might guess, not really seasonally relevant. I do think I did a better job with simpler shapes on this one, but it kind of feels like there's something missing. So I'm wondering if maybe I went a little too simple, or maybe it needs some texture or some shading. But I think they're good enough. They're pretty cute. I will probably put these on the shop nearer to the spring when they're more relevant, and I might even do a pass where I just tweak them a little bit until I like them better. Week 3 was Candy Corn Crows. We're back to seasonal inspiration with this one, and I made these a little bit before Halloween. I personally love candy corn. I think it's delicious, and I was playing off the idea that crows love regular corn, not the non-candy variety, and so I've created crows enjoying some candy corn. Don't give real crows candy corn. I don't think the sugar is good for them. They might not be able to properly chew them. But I really like how these stickers came out. They are available on my sticker shop right now because I like them a lot, and I've even printed off a few sheets for myself, and I've been using them in my journal throughout October. So I'm very happy with these ones. Week 4 was a very silly idea, and I just grabbed onto it and went for it. It was Do Donkeys. I probably won't put these on the shop because they are one of the designs that I think is a little too niche, but I just got really tickled by the idea of snack mules. They're like pack mules, but for snacks. I have them carrying these big transparent jugs of Mountain Dew, and sacks of Cheetos. These guys are so cute, very silly. Maybe not marketable to a wider audience, but I don't know. What do you think? Would you buy these? Week 5 is eggs. This is the week I kind of cheesed a little bit. I was having a very hard time finding an idea I liked for E, but I kept coming back to this idea of eggs. I love eggs. I just couldn't find a specific animal that started with E that went with eggs in some sort of cohesive design, so I made a bunch of fried eggs where the yolks are animal faces. This one was kind of a struggle from start to finish, and I'm not really happy with the result, but that's okay. Everything is not going to be a banger for challenges like these, especially when they are so long. We just keep going. So I did it, I did the week, I'm done, and I moved on. Week 6 is fruit bats with fruit. I could have gotten more creative with this one, but I think these bats turned out really cute. I love fruit bats. They are like snuggly little dogs that can fly, and as I was gathering bat references, I saw a few bats kind of holding on to things, like giving it a little hug. So I had this one bat who is hugging a strawberry. That one was a favorite when I posted this image in my Discord. And I also intentionally made all the fruits either a red or a pink color, partially because one of my restraints was to use a limited color palette, but also I wanted to connect to the idea, you know, bats are associated with vampires associated with blood, with red, so that's kind of the thought behind this design. And these little guys are in my shop now, and they are also the first new design that I've printed for someone else, and not just myself. So I'm very proud of these ones, and I have hard data to prove that they are good. Week 7 is ghosts. This was another silly idea I had, goose plus ghost. I drew some geese and had them wearing sheets, like they're dressing up like ghosts for Halloween. This is another design that is very niche. I'm not sure if I'll put these on the shop because I just can't imagine someone else wanting these, especially since it's no longer Halloween, but I think they're cute and maybe I will revisit them as we're coming up to Halloween next year. Week 8 is housed hermit crabs. They're not really hermits anymore because they have homes. This is the design you can see me drawing in little clips throughout this video. I think it's very cute. Instead of a sticker sheet, I think I'll do these as larger individual stickers. I kind of broke the mold for my project restraints in a couple different ways because I don't plan on making these into a sheet. I think they'll work better as larger stickers, and I also used more than 3 colors, but I was kind of having a rough week when I did these. I've just been overwhelmed with work, and sometimes you just need to do what you can do and not worry too much about the rules. And in the end, this challenge is meant to help me create more things, and not just start them, but finish them and show them to people, which it's doing pretty well. So I think even though I've gone a little off book on this one, I think the spirit of the challenge is intact. So these are all my designs so far, and we have so many more to go. This is such a long project, and I think that's my first thought that I want to share is a word of warning. This is a big commitment, and whenever you do a long challenge like this, there's a good chance that you will change in the middle of it. You will change, your work and life situation will change, your goals will change, your feelings will change, your art will change. And it's extremely difficult to maintain motivation and interest in a project for such a long time as all of these different things are potentially changing. And I am feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. It's not as bad as with the 100-day project, which was work every single day, but especially as we're going into the holiday season in the winter, it's dark and it's rainy all the time, and it's taking a huge hit on my energy levels. So it's gonna be hard to get through this winter without falling behind, but I'm gonna do my best. So that's my first warning. When committing to very long projects or very long challenges, remember that you're not gonna feel the same in 10 weeks that you did when you started. And I'm not even halfway done yet. Another thing I'll mention is that I've basically stopped participating in the Discord community that is connected to this challenge. It's probably partially my fault, but when the project started, it was extremely busy, and the Discord had about 10,000 very specific channels because people might choose to do anything for their project, and they wanted channels to share those things, those different categories. And this made it very hard for me to keep up with what was going on. There was a lot of noise even after I muted half the channels that I wasn't interested in. And then on top of it, the Discord attracted some crypto scammers that were not getting moderated. They're just making a mess of things. And now, 10 weeks later, the Discord has actually quieted down a lot. I'm gonna guess that, some people just didn't keep up with the project, and that's fine. And then other people probably were overwhelmed by it, like I was, and just didn't want to deal with it. So it started off too noisy, and now it's not noisy enough. Now, I don't personally need community accountability like this. I'm very driven internally by commitments and challenges. That's just who I am. That's why I do these, because I know that they will push me sort of from the inside. But if you are someone who works better with other people to talk to and bounce ideas off of and get feedback and keep you accountable, make sure that the challenge you're signing up for has a community that you're going to mesh with and is going to maintain itself through the entire challenge. One good example that's not nearly as long that I think shows a good community that's very committed is NaNoWriMo. The people who do NaNoWriMo regularly are very into it, and they love talking about it, they love helping people with it, and it's a very self-sustained community. And then my last thought is perhaps the most important, is that I'm very happy that I've signed up for this challenge because it has worked. I've had the opportunity to spend some time each week generating new creative ideas, bringing those ideas to life, sharing them, and I have currently several new designs that I use in my shop, and as a challenge designed to encourage me to produce and release more creative work, it's doing it. It's hitting the mark. I've done that. I've done that several times. I wasn't sure about the alphabet gimmick at the beginning. I was worried I would feel trapped, a little too restrained by having all of these constraints and then also a theme and also the alphabet letter. But I think in most cases, the egg week was rough for me, but in most cases, I think it's helped me start thinking creatively within limits. And I think it's really helped me do some things that I never would have thought about or considered if I wasn't thinking from inside this box of all these restraints that I've set for myself. So all in all, I think it's good. I think it's working. So that is my experience so far with the Alphabet Superset. Let me know in the comments if you're doing this challenge or if you've done another very long creative challenge. As I mentioned, I'm also right in the middle of NaNoWriMo, so it'll be a little bit until I can get back into regular game dev, but I will probably make a big push in December. So don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more like this, or get a reminder when I'm back to my next game dev vlog. I've got a lot going on, probably too much going on, but we're gonna get through it. But I'll be back soon with another video, and I hope to see you there. Okay, bye bye.